Hey guys, today I'm going to show you what paints I use, what I mix my paints with, and what my consistency mostly is. Mostly I am using Amsterdam acrylic paints. I have them in many colors, but I was in a shop this weekend and I found these little colors, and yeah, I wanted to try them and see what kind of painting I will get with these colors. So I'm not sticking to one brand because I found out the more brands you mix together, the more lacing you get, the more cells pop up because the paint reacts to each other. So that's why I don't stick to one brand, but I have my favorites. For example, Amsterdam is a very good one. By the way, not sponsored. Just telling you my preferences and what kind of paints I use. So this is for the paint. Then this is my Floetrol. I am from Belgium, so I can't get the normal Floetrol, but this is what I get. Yeah, it's the same. So yeah, I just mix this with my paint. I don't use another pouring medium. I think with this it works perfectly, so I don't add all these special things, just Floetrol, and I have a bottle of water. This used to be my pouring medium in the beginning, my Liquitex pouring medium, but yeah, I stopped using that because I think it works just fine with only the Floetrol. So what is all the stuff you need to mix your paint? So you need your cups, you need your paint, of course you need sticks. Then I have my Floetrol and I have a bottle of water. So okay, I will bring the camera down so you can actually see what is happening in my cups. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I have everything ready. So first of all, I will start with this one, my Amsterdam acrylic. This is permanent red violet. So I will put the amount that I want. Hold on. So I will put the amount that I want in my cup. So this is my cup now. As you can see, my paint is up to here. Now half from what is right here, I will put Floetrol. That's my measurement, that's my consistency. You can like anything else. It depends on what you want to do or how you like your paint, but that is how I do it. So this amount, small amount of Floetrol, which I will add now. So just like half of that amount of paint. Here we go. So first you want to stir this up. So you better stir your Floetrol and your paint before you add the water. If not, it's a little bit harder to mix it. It will still work, but it's harder. So that's why I do that first. And then I add my water. My water is almost the same amount as the Floetrol. It depends on how thick I want my paint, and it also depends on the paint you're using, the brand you're using. For example, I think that these paints will be a little bit thinner already, so I will add less water. For the Floetrol, it's always the same amount, but the water, it depends on the consistency of the paint that is already. For example, this one, I will add a little bit more because it's still too thick and the paint will not move from my canvas or on my canvas. So, and I never put too much water in the beginning. I prefer to add water than when it's too watery or too liquid, because then you have to add paint and then it's hard to really stir it up. So you just have to be careful when you're mixing. So. And you just do that until you get your consistency that you like. So these colors, I will use them in a painting with my blow dryer technique. And I want them like the right consistency, not too thick, not too liquid, because then when it's too liquid, it will just be one mess. But when it's too thick, it will not move. And I guess this will be the perfect consistency. Let me show you. You just pour it up, and the moment it runs off your stick, it goes into your cup, but it leaves a little mountain. So that's what I like, or that's what I want. So it just builds up a little bit and then it levels out. So yeah, that's what I want. You see, my stick can't stand in it. So yeah, that's my consistency. All right, so let me put it here. This is my first color. So my permanent red violet. Now I will start with this one. This is a beautiful pink. There is no name or whatsoever on the bottle. I bought this in a shop that is not actually for paint, or it's more, I don't know, just like a lot of stuff all together. And I was like, wow, these are great colors. So that's why I bought them. So yeah, it's a shiny pink. We'll see how thick it is. Oh, still okay. I'll make sure I put enough paint in the cup, because since I will add less water, I will need more paint. If not, my cup will be too small and I will not have enough paint to cover my canvas. So that will be it. Now some Floetrol. I'll also do half of that. Ooh, that's hard. Right. And mixing it up. Wow, these are really, really cool colors. Let me show you. Can you see the metallics in it? Oh my god. That will be so cool. All right, so that was half of Floetrol. Now I will add more water because it's still too thick. Just mixing it up. Still too thick. So, okay, I have my consistency. That is what I want. And oh my god, this color is beautiful. Ooh, I almost poured it out. Okay, so my stick still stays straight in it, so perfect. Okay, so still 3 more colors to go. So now I will go for this. It's a red, but it also has that pearl shine in it. All of these 4 colors have it. So I'm in debate if I should add some pearlescent to this one as well, because that one doesn't have it, and that will be the only color that doesn't have it. So that could be weird. So I think I might add my pearlescent medium in it. Floetrol. Stirring it up. And water for consistency. See, it's always better to start with a little bit water and not just everything at once, because it just makes the process harder if you put all the water in it at once. So you better go slowly and just be patient. So at some point you will start to know your paints, and then you know how much water you have to add. Okay, I think this one is ready as well. Yep, maybe a little bit more. We go. Still go for these 2, and then we're ready. Okay, so I have all my colors. I have 5 colors now. I'm pretty happy with all the consistencies of the colors. They all look the same. So yeah, this is how I mix my paint. So you don't need much, as you can see. So the only thing is your paint, your Floetrol and the water. For the Floetrol, I have one tip. At some point I was like, wow, this Floetrol is very expensive. It's for this bottle, which is 2.5 liters. I think it's 45 euro. So I'm like, I want to like find something that's a little bit more cheaper. So to be able to still make paintings. And I found a very cheap one. It was like 5 euro for a liter. And I was like, wow, this is almost too good to be true. So, but still I wanted to try it and it was a mess. Normally the Floetrol makes sure that it's that the pigments stay together or like capsule them. And the thing is that didn't work with the other Floetrol, and my paints, all the colors were just like blending all together. It was just one muddy, yeah, all my paintings were becoming very muddy and I was very frustrated. So my tip here is don't try and buy the cheapest products for this pouring technique. Some things are just too important to, to make cuts. So yeah, just use the expensive stuff. Okay, so if you have any questions on anything that I just showed you, or where I buy my Floetrol, or whatever, anything that pops in your head, yeah, just put it in the comments and I will read them and try to answer them. Okay, so now I will make my painting with these colors and let's hope it turns out well. Okay, so see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.